my Mac is still $4 cheeseburger meal.
So we're away in this ladies' Victorian 5K Championship. From South Melbourne, we have Rachel McGuinness. From Box Hill, Sarah Billings. From South Melbourne, Jessica Coyne. From Albury, Brooke Williams. From St Stephen's, Saskia Lloyd. From Yarra Ranges, Olivia Twining. From Western Athletics, Brooke Hines. From Melbourne University, Alexandra Bucky Smith. From Box Hill, Melissa Duncan. Also from Box Hill, Victoria, Scout Sonis. From Glen Huntly, Cassie Little. And from Essendon, winner of the milers, A grade 3000 last week, Charlotte Wilson. Away at a nice even tempo there. We've got a field of 9, just split from the back of 3. I'm down here with our men's winner, Lockie Hurd. Now, Lockie, lots of 8s and 15s in the past. You very quickly stepped up to 3 and 5K. Was it enjoyable?
I thought last season I'd never run a 5K. I told Gav not yet. I'd stick to the 15s, but I was injured and we gave a 5K a go and I sort of enjoyed it, so here we are.
So stepping up really fast, does it mean we just keep going? Do we go to a cross country next in the future, or are we sticking somewhere in that 3-5K for this summer?
We're looking at going over to the World XC trials and maybe having a dig at the 2K relay, but I'm going to have to give Stewie and Ollie probably a run for their money. So no, we'll probably stick to the 15 and 5K on the track. Like I ran National Cross, but like it's more pre-season for me more than actually racing, so we'll keep it that way.
Now tell me, the other night I called it in the call. I thought you might have had a bit of a spiking incident with about 200 metres to go there. Archie made a really strong move. Was that lack of experience for you in those really tight bunches in a fatigue of the 7.5 laps tonight? Was there any danger in 12.5 laps around the track of getting spiked?
Well, no, last Thursday I actually got spiked at the start really badly by Dougie. So, no, but Archie, like, I often leave too much room on the inside and that's why people come across the inside. Like he did clip me a little bit, but that's just racing. I have to get used to it. If I go to a national 1500, that's what it's like. So.
And was this the sort of perfect race for you tonight? Really, it was quick. It obviously would have been a PB for you, I imagine, over 5K or thereabouts, pretty close on the track. But it was really a sit and kick affair. Your speed really came into it.
Yeah. I normally run 5Ks. I go off the line pretty slowly. The race plan was sort of go with 1K to go, 800 to a K to go. That worked in the B final at Nationals, so we thought I'm stronger than that last time, so we pretty much replicated that again and went hard.
So what's going to be left before Christmas? Is it something at the Zatopek or is it another Milers Club meet for us?
I think Gav and I were going to head down to the LB Thomas Mile, start of December, so a couple of weeks. Have a crack there. The goal's always been to break 4, so we'll give that a go, and then after Christmas we'll keep smashing out Miler Clubs and get ready for Nationals.
And I just heard there it was the famous ETC branding now of Gav Barron. It must be pretty enjoyable working with the crew out there at Knox.
Yeah, and the group's just getting bigger and bigger. I know I'm not wearing the Knox singlet, but I really enjoyed wearing it over cross country season, and I'll be wearing it again. But for summer, I'll still be wearing Casey.
Mate, Lockie Hurd, congratulations, Victorian 5,000 metre champion. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, so we've gone through our first K there for the ladies. Around 3:40, 3:34 in fact. Thanks for the update. As we interviewed Lockie Hurd there, so 3:34. So a nice controlled pace for these ladies. Very comfortable indeed for all of them. It's going to be another sit and kick affair as we try to take a Victorian title. So it's interesting. We've seen lots of PBs and lots of fast times in the lower grade races tonight. But in these main A races, it's been very much about sit, kick and try and win a Victorian title. Last year, the winner here was 16.10 from Melbourne University with green. Brooke Williams, who's in the track tonight from Albury, was the silver medalist. And Benson, also of Melbourne University, was third. But at the moment, it's Lissy Duncan out in front in those famous Box Hill colours. She spent time all across the world racing, spent a good stint in Japan at one stage. has represented Australia over 1500 and cross country, and she's the one leading the pack at the moment. So Lissy Duncan has some great form. Sarah Billings, the one tucked in third there, a junior here, won all schools titles over 200 and 400 metres. She's now up racing over 5,000 metres. Some incredible range. Charlotte Wilson, we saw Archie Noakes in the last one. The other night she won the 3,000 A-grade race. Tonight she's looking to emulate that victory here over 5K. So a group of 9. It's a quality group of 9 too, as the pace just picks up again. Lissy Duncan, probably definitely the most experienced of all of them over this journey. Sarah Billings with the most dangerous speed, probably of the group. And then some serious experience there. Rachel McGuinness of South Melbourne in there. Olivia Twining in there. Brooke Williams at the back of the group, the silver medalist from last year. Brooke Hines of Western Athletics. Victoria Scoutsonis in the Box Hill colours. She's sitting one in front of Brooke Williams. And that chase group coming through now, that's Little, Bucky Smith, and also Twining. So it's gone a little bit quiet here at Box Hill, just calmly waiting for something exciting to happen. It's the first time here on a Thursday night in about 6 weeks that it hasn't been pouring rain. So Box Hill knows how to turn conditions on. Lakeside didn't know we'll come into the party last week, but this week at Box Hill, it is absolutely prime for racing. The crew at On, I've seen plenty of people trialling those On shoes tonight. I've got a pair on myself, loving it. Thanks to Luke Bell and the team for giving me a pair to walk around in tonight. But out in front at the moment, it is Lissy Duncan. Looks terrific. Billings on the rail. Wilson outside of her. Hines next. Rachel McGuinness. Her teammate Coyne. Scoutsonis. Lloyd. And Brooke Williams just hanging on to the back of that group. The second kilometre just picked up a little bit. It was about a 3:30. So it's still only sitting something in the 17-minute range, which is well and truly in the range of these athletes. Lissy Duncan, in fact, has run 15:18 before. Won't be anywhere near that tonight, but it tells you the type of form athlete she is. Incredible pedigree. Charlotte Wilson showed us how she can race from the front last week. And that is her one out at the moment on the outside of Duncan. Brooke Williams still hanging on to that group of 9. Our chase pack of 3 have just split for the first time behind them. We saw the third kilometre be a really fast one from Piper Gay in the under-20 race. As Charlotte Wilson here, like she did at Milers Club, just tries to make a bit of a move and get away from the group. The Box Hill pair, Duncan, Billings. Brooke Williams is the one moving now 3 wide up into about 5th spot on the outside of Lloyd and McGuinness. Scoutsonis for the first time has to do a bit of work to hang on to the lead pack. Cassie Little goes past me now. Twining, Olivia Twining. And then Alexandra Bucky Smith goes through. Charlotte Wilson trying to drop some of the lead pack. How many can she shake in this third kilometre? Can she keep dropping athletes and make it a small race home for the medals? She's dropped 1. She's taken the pack down to 8. Can she drop a few more in this fourth kilometre? So Scoutsonis 10 metres off that lead pack. It looks to be the Western A's athlete, Brooke Hines, now with a bit of work to do to hang on. Gets a little bit dark down the front straight here, but you can tell Brooke Williams out wide in those pink shoes. You can't miss that. McGuinness moves up really nicely now into third. So Wilson, they're going to be 2K to go now. So 10:19 through 3K. So the pace has definitely increased. Wilson holding a nice spot in front. Lloyd and Hine trying to hold on to the front group. Scout Sonus 15 metres back. Rachel McGuinness, plenty of good form on the cross country and the road circuit. She's now the one that moves up into second, the South Melbourne athlete. A really strong move from McGuinness, and she goes straight to the front, in fact. So McGuinness has decided the 4th kilometres where she's going to make her move. Our lead pack just separates a little. Jessica Coyne's the one that's got to try to hang on now to make it a group of 5 and 6 instead of 4. McGuinness with a terrific move. Wilson matches it easy. No doubt about Duncan hanging on Billings. Coyne and Williams gritting the teeth and trying to stay in and make it a group of 6. Saskia Lloyd's found herself by herself now. Hines likewise, and Scout Sonus. So McGuinness, she's made it a lead group of 4. Her teammate Coyne in 5th. So Charlotte Wilson had it all to herself last week over 3K. She didn't have to worry about any of this racing. McGuinness wasn't there over 3K last week. This is the first time on the track this summer we've seen Billings and Duncan. Duncan's now the one that makes the move. Duncan into second, on the heels of McGuinness. Williams has got work to do in 5th if she wants to get back on the dais this year. Emulate her silver medal of last year. Coyne and Lloyd likewise, a bit of work to do for the front pack. Wilson for the first time looks under a little bit of pressure in 3rd as Billings moves around her. So out in front, McGuinness. Duncan has matched every move she's made. Billings with that dangerous speed in 3rd. 3 laps to go. Charlotte Wilson now looks comfortable back in. Brooke Williams guts it out in 5th. Coyne, Lloyd, Hines, Scout Sonus. The pace has picked right up. These kilometres are getting quicker. We crawled through the first 4 laps. This 4th kilometre will be very interesting. So a 3:34 to start. This kilometre now is going to be 3:12. So a 3:34 first kilometre, a 3:12 for the 4th K. That was thanks to Rachel McGuinness. Charlotte Wilson for the first time has found herself outside of the medals. Can they shake Billings? She's got the dangerous kick that I talked about. Duncan's got the most track experience of all of them, while McGuinness has just got plenty of guts, and she's the one out in front here. Big heart, and she's in front. She's still got that metre or so on Duncan. Billings looks smooth. Can she take her first Victorian title as an open athlete? Charlotte Wilson 4th. Brooke Williams comes through now with 2 laps to go. Saskia Lloyd. Coyne, Scout Sonus, Hines. These ladies just haven't quite matched the fast speed out in front, but are running terrific 5Ks themselves. So with 600 to go, McGuinness hasn't been able to shake these 2 very, very talented runners behind. She made the 4th kilometre her own. She kicked it down. But can she shake Billings? Can she shake Duncan? Duncan, the fastest over 5K in this field. Billings, a former world junior athlete, over 800 metres. Incredibly, a former Victorian schools champion over 200 metres. Will she show that sort of speed tonight? They are going to get the bell and it's going to be a race in 3. McGuinness has a look around. Duncan checks the clock. Billings just ready to stalk. Charlotte Wilson 30 back. 350 remains. McGuinness holds the rail run. Brooke Williams comes through next. There goes our first move. It was distinctive. At 300, Duncan goes. Has Billings got the speed over 5K? McGuinness hangs on really strongly in third. 200 metres to go. Duncan, it's a 6 metre lead. She did it in the back straight 100. Billings is chasing. Billings is still in touch. Billings, Duncan, they're going to hit the straight together. Duncan on the inside, it's Box Hill 1 and 2. Duncan holds form. Billings lifts. Billings is going to take her first 5,000 metre title. Duncan is going to be second, but Sarah Billings stepping up. Second through Melissy Duncan. Rachel McGuinness with a fine run at 16:40. She did so much work. Fourth through is going to be Charlotte Wilson. Fifth will be Brooke Williams. She won't be able to emulate last year's podium, but a great run. But what a night to see gold and silver to Box Hill athletes here at Box Hill Athletics Track in our women's open 5,000 metres. Brooke Williams just over 17 minutes. Coin through next. Saskia Lloyd in 17:10. Scout Sonis, who has hung that front pack for a long time, 17:16. Brooke Hines through next from Western Athletics. But what a race. It came down the last 100 metres. We talked about the speed that Billings would have in the last lap. She waited for the last 80. Duncan did everything she could to shake her with 300 to go. McGuinness hung on bravely. Next through will be Cassie Little of Glen Huntley. Olivia Twining of Yarra Rangers. And Bucky Smith of Melbourne University will round out our field in our women's 5,000 metre championship of Victoria. Great running from all our ladies. We will ask Sarah, Rachel and Lissy just to hold nice and close here. We'll go to our medals very shortly. No more than a couple of minutes away. Duncan is going to be second, but Sarah Billings stepping up. Second through Lissy Duncan. Her first 5,000 metre title. Duncan is going to be second, but Sarah Billings stepping up. Second.